Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, and yes, we are back here in East Vineland, New Jersey on Kubota Farm. I have been busy since we last met. As you can see, our potato contract, well, actually I learned something new. So, I completed the potato contract. You can see here I completed it. And I didn't want to take payment on it yet because I wanted to finish up the rest of these potatoes. You know, it's extra money or just for the pigs or what have you. What I didn't realize is, let's try something here. Yeah, see, and I can't hire a helper either. So what I didn't realize was this, and I don't know if it's a combination of a couple things or what, but I completed the contract, right? Now, normally, even after you complete the contract, you can still finish the remainder of the field as long as you don't take payment for the contract. However, in this case, I saved the game and left, came back into the game, and now it's telling me I no longer have access to this field. And honestly, it doesn't look like, and I can't hire a helper. I also cannot complete the rest of the potatoes. There's not a lot here, so it's not a big deal. But this is actually the first time I have run into this, where you complete a contract and the game says, "Too bad, so sad." And it must have to do with the fact that I saved and exited and then came back in. And that must be why, because normally I have always been able to complete. That's part of contracts, right? Is that you get to complete, you know, that's bonus money for your contract. Like when we do baling contracts, we get to sell the remainder of the bales and so on and so forth. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Not a big deal either way, but yeah, man, I don't know. I got in the mood last night to do some playing. I had recorded Tuesday's episode early, so I didn't have an episode to record last night, and I just got like in the mood. Like I was ready to go. And I'll show you the other thing that I accomplished last night too. And this one is kind of out of the blue. I was actually not even seriously considering doing this. But let's head back to the farm and I'll show you what mischief I got into. I think we're just going to go ahead and just feed these potatoes to our pigs. We'll give them a little Thanksgiving treat, you know, why not? Not much here of value to store or anything like that, and we might as well just let the pigs enjoy our spoils, our remaining spoils, so to speak. I hope everybody's having a good Thanksgiving week. Wow, it's been pretty dead at work. A lot of people taking some early time off and enjoying the holiday week, which makes my job fairly easy. But somehow magically, and I don't know about how you and where you work or what you do for a living or if you go to school or what you do, but it never fails. There could be 3 people at work, and all 3 of them will have major problems either with their PCs or on the network. There could be 500 people at work, and I won't hear a peep from anybody. It's just the way it works. It's just the way it works. But I don't mind so much. Busy days kind of, kind of go faster, and which is kind of nice. A little late on the blinker there, but that's all right. Get rid of our map. We'll go see. Oh, I think the pigs know something's coming, don't they? Yeah, they do. Is that one popping a squat over there like he always is? I don't think he is. Dang. I actually think we finally caught him not pooping. Yeah, he's. Oh, is he dead? I hope not, man. He's looking not good. Well, these potatoes will get their systems moving, if you know what I mean. All right, piggies. I got a little treat, little Thanksgiving treat for you. Enjoy, because it's the last food you're gonna see this year. Oh, there he goes. Now we woke him up. Yeah, we woke him up, so now he gets to do his business. That's great. That's fantastic. Oh boy. Okay, so we can now complete our contract. Let me say goodbye to the JCB and to the Grimmy. Let's get cashed out for our contract. Thank you very much. Bye, JCB. Brought us up to 130,000. And now let me show you the second thing that I got inspired to do. I don't know why. It just came to me. This is a big field of poplar. Yeah, poplar. I don't know if I just if the potato contract wasn't like punishment enough for me that I thought, oh man, I need something else, more abuse. Let's plant poplar. And you can see I already limed it up. So here's the thing with the poplar. Let me show you. A little shout out to Driver 53 for this idea. Um, Normally, actually, let me go here, poplar. So normally I would use this Damcon, right? And it plants like a double row, you know, and then it leaves kind of almost like an orchard. It leaves kind of a gap, right? And then it plants another double row. And I thought that was kind of a waste of space. So I planned on doing 2 passes over the entire field. So I'd plant the first double row, it skips a row, plant the second double row, and then come back and do the whole field over again, only on the opposite rows. A lot of work, but hey, why not? But then I found this guy, the GL860 multi-planter by, who is this by? Is it Teddy's? I think it's Teddy's Saturn. I don't think they do the TH. I don't think it's Teddy's. Maybe it is. Who knows? Excuse me, sorry. So this little guy here, the GL860 multi-planter, is pretty sweet, actually. It's just a converted, I think it's a converted potato planter, if I'm not mistaken. However, it will do sugarcane and poplar and throw down, evidently, some, fertilizer. So I thought, you know what? I will use that instead of the Damcon because this will get the job done a lot quicker and it plants much closer together. And, well, the downside was that it leaves a potato furrow behind. So it looks a little bit wonky. You've got a full poplar field and they're all potato furrows. It's a little bit weird. Plus, something else I didn't realize is you don't fill it with poplar. You fill it with seeds, evidently. And well, not evidently, I guess that is exactly what you do. Because if you fill it with poplar, it would default to sugar cane for some reason, if I remember correctly. So watch Driver 53's video again, and he's like, oh, but you have to use seeds. So I grabbed a pallet of seeds, filled it up, and sure enough, it let me select poplar. But like I said, it leaves behind potato furrows. Now you're saying, Brad, there's no potato furrows here. What's the deal there? Well, as I started using the GL860 multi-planter on this field, it soon became evident that you can hire helpers to do it, but they stop at the end of the row, and that's it. They're just done. I mean, I tried everything to get the helper to continue to plant at the end of a row. I could not figure out any way to do it. I tried different directions. I tried diagonally, as weird as that may sound. I could not get the hired helper to run that multi-planter back and forth continuously. He would just come to the end of the row, stop, and sit there. He would, and you know what the funny thing is? He would stop and sit there, but not quit. He would just sit there and use my gas. So forget that. So I went back to the DamCon, got the GPS mod out, and started planting. And then, so when I was done with the field, I went back and I planted it again in between the rows that were originally there. A lot of work, not a lot of money, actually. The leasing the DamCon is pretty cheap. Poplar is pretty cheap. It's only, is it like $250? It's not very expensive. I was kind of surprised to see that. Where's Poplar pallets? Yeah, it's got to be pallets, right? I'd be better off just looking at packs. There we go. Yeah, $280 for a pack of Poplar, and I think I went through 2.5 pallets of Poplar for the field, so close to 5 pallets altogether. Now, why Poplar? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it just sounded oddly fun, and it is, what do they call that? When something comes back every year, it's not, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I think we get three harvests, is it, out of Poplar? Something like that. I did find out that for soil samples, for precision farming, at least I believe I've confirmed now, that they last 6 years, is my understanding, or 6 harvests. I'm not quite sure if I remember which one. I thought 3, but I think they've doubled that to 6. So we shouldn't have to buy soil samples anytime soon. Yeah, enough talking. Lots of yapping, but I wanted to get you caught up. And if you're still with me with the Poplar, congratulations. But we'll see how it goes. So I've got all of this fertilizer sitting here. We need to fertilize our Poplar. I had to unload our spreader to put lime in it, and that's where all this fert came from. So we're just going to load a bunch of fertilizer back into this thing. I don't know that we need to load it all. We'll start with that and see how that does. Yeah. So, there's that. We'll see how Poplar does. I have not done Poplar in FS22. I think I planted it early on, like just for fun on a test map, but really haven't gone through the whole process of seeding and harvesting and everything. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Kind of excited about it. I kind of feel like it's something different, and I am way off, aren't I? I think that's our blue line over there. Let me move this. Whoops, I'm moving it the wrong way. Keep going. Oh, I think that'll be plenty far. I think the map goes out towards the left up here, I believe. Oh, you know what? One thing we should do, just out of curiosity. Oh, I did some reading up on this Iceria, I think is what it's called. These little guys here. Did a little reading up on those. I'm not sure if I got the best information or not. Let's turn on the crop sensor. Is Alt B. Okay. So supposedly They do the same thing as the one that you can actually put on a front 3-point, but they kind of don't do it as well. This is what I read, but they do function day and night, whereas the one that goes, the 3-point one on the front, only functions daytime. Hopefully I don't have that backwards, but I think that is correct. And they are supposed to just help overall with sensing the planted crop. Keep going, Brad. Sensing the planted crop and laying down fertilizer, herbicide. Lime wasn't mentioned, so I don't know if that's also included. But supposedly, I think I hit the wrong button. Tin Man's not going to be happy about that. I'm supposed to take it easy on the equipment, and that is not the way to take it easy on the equipment. It's a good thing you guys don't see what I do to this equipment when I'm not recording. Oh, pretty brutal. The day that Giants, did I just turn off our? I did turn it off. What, man, I am fat fingering everything today. The day that Giants decides to introduce actual damage to this game, that may be it for me. I mean, I hit trees, stop signs, utility poles, dropping equipment off like you just saw there. Used to be even meaner to the equipment. I used to just willy-nilly drive over mountains and hills and not care. Trailer would be sliding all over the place, bouncing up and down. Yeah, not very kind to it sometimes. Trying to get better at it, trying to be more gentle. Especially if you're all watching, I try to, you know, try to be a little more real about it. I like that, how it just kind of takes care of that lime, and really easy to see where you've spread your fertilizer, that's for sure, isn't it? This is probably going to be a little bit shorter episode. I unfortunately have to take care of some things tonight, so I apologize for that. Probably going to cut this one a little bit short. I do have a Throwback Thursday episode already recorded. I think I told y'all that will be out, of course, Thursday. 6:30, 7 o'clock, somewhere around there, p.m. Not sure about Thursday morning's Kubota farm yet. So if you see one, I did it. If you don't see one, it means I didn't quite get to it, but I'm hoping to anyways, even if it's a shorter one, just to get, you know, keep the series moving, things moving on the farm. Very nice job, little Kubota, little M. Is this the little M5? Yeah, our little M5. See, you can do it. You got it. A little light on the front end, I think, but not too bad. With a full spreader, this thing is a bit bouncy on the front end, that's for sure. All right, let's go park this little thing. So our Poplar is good to go, I guess, right? We limed up, we fertilized. Weeds, we might have to deal with weeds. I forgot about that. I am to lower first the implement, if I understand correctly, and release. Oh, that is nicer. Thanks, Tin Man. That's right. That is a lot gentler on the stuff. It doesn't look like it quite bounces so hard on the ground. Just looking at that thing, like, in real life, does it just, I guess it just sits on that stand there, I guess. Huh. Interesting. Let's take a quick peek at our map here. So we got Poplar on field 10. Oh, there's my sale point I put down for our deliveries of our Poplars. I did notice something I wanted to also mention. Let's see here. Weeds. Doesn't show weeds anywhere, but I thought I saw small weeds up here on field 2. We'll have to keep an eye on field 10 and just take care of weeds if need be. Let's run over here and take a quick peek-ski at here and just see what she shows. And I guess those yeah, look at how pretty those green nitrogen and pH are. Oh shoot, needs plowing. Oh man, I forgot to plow it. I am so not happy about that. Brad, you screwed up. That's kind of a screw up because I think our yield gets impacted by that. Expected yield 170, 107. Oh, wouldn't 170 be nice? 117% expected. Total potential is 125. We can't roll it. And my guess is the game would actually suggest that we need to roll this, but I have a mod installed that tells the game, hey, game, you don't roll poplar, you don't roll potatoes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering if that mod then gives us the free percentage for rolling, or if it just tells the game these crops don't need to be rolled and we lose the yield potential from rolling. I don't know about that. Excuse me. So about 8% right now difference in yield, and I am guessing I have to think some of that. I thought planting on a needs plowed state was more of a penalty than that. So maybe it's not. But I have to believe some of that 8% is because I didn't plow first. Kind of sucks because I was hoping, because this poplar is going to be down here for a while. I think it takes a year to grow. This is the other thing I thought was interesting, by the way. You can see that the growth stage is 2 of 13. So when I plant it, you're planting saplings, basically, I guess is what you'd call them. But, in fact, I will show you this. I better wait. I was gonna say I was gonna show you something. You know what? I will show you this. It's towards the end of the episode anyways. I had to cut this thing short. I apologize. Let me save our game so I don't lose what we've done so far. Let me come over here and show you something. So, I thought this was curious. Console players, you're probably not gonna really care about this much, but if you use easy dev controls, I don't like to use them for cheats. I use a lot of things in easy dev controls for convenience, for preparing mod videos or what have you, right? So let's say in easy dev controls we have set field fruit. Okay, and we go in here and we're like, hey, let's set this field to be poplar. All right, and sown, right? So basically, freshly planted poplar is sown, and then you can go throughout the growing stages. Which this is actually kind of handy because if you ever want to know, like sugarcane, how many growth stages are in sugarcane? 6, so you can quickly look up how many growth stages there are, or you can look on the calendar as well, I guess. But poplar has 12 growth stages. It's a full year. Ready to harvest. In fact, I'll show you ready to harvest. So here's our field ready to harvest of poplar. That's the way that field's hopefully eventually going to look. Let's go back on this field and let's change that to sown. So freshly put in the ground. No poplar. I mean, there is poplar. The game believes poplar has been planted. You can see it's got the first growth stage. But how do you do this legitimately is my question. Like, I don't think the game actually allows you to plant poplar as a seed. You know what I'm saying? Rather than saplings. Which is fine because when you plant poplar now this way, you've already skipped ahead one growth stage. Because my guess would be this field over here, I hope I'm not making anyone sick, this field of poplar here will look like that field of poplar tomorrow or next month in the game. I just thought that was interesting, and I was looking around and I couldn't find any way to actually plant poplar like this as more of a seed and then have it starting to sprout. I don't think it is possible, but Easy Dev Controls lets you do it, so it is in the game, I guess, more or less. And it's kind of cool because we can go like the sixth growth stage, and you can kind of see how poplar's going to look, in 6 months, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of neat that way. I just have to always remember when I'm playing around like this to not save the game before I exit. I also have autosave turned off, and that's why I always have autosave turned off, because I never want the game to, catch me messing around. You could always, of course, go back here and just pick, excuse me, any crop, basically. We could just pick, let's say, barley, and we could say harvested, and voila, you're kind of back to this stubble look of barley, which I think maybe what was this field was. Maybe it was barley, I think. I can't remember if this was our barley field or our wheat field. I think it was our barley field. All right. I'm probably boring, y'all. I apologize. Not my intentions to be boring, but just a few things that were on my mind to show you and get you caught up with where we were at with this. So the potato contract done. Yes, I went ahead and did a full field of poplar. I don't think prices on this map are fantastic for wood chips, which is basically what poplar will end up being. I also think that we will probably, on our first harvest of poplar, we will probably bale it, is my guess, because it's cheaper to lease this Anderson baler. That's going to be, I am assuming that's what we'll have to do. 200 horsepower. It just basically tops out at our M8, roughly our Kubota M8. Eventually, it'd be great to get a forage harvester on the farm. We can definitely use it for corn and everything else, but I think we'll have to save up some more cash to do that. There was one other mod I wanted to show you that I thought was kind of nice. Came out the other day. I added it. This little Vermeer Tedder. Isn't that cute? I think the modder did a nice job. And it's Vermeer branded, which is pretty sweet. So it just adds another tool to the Vermeer brand in the game. Who did that mod? Lazy E Modding is responsible for that one. And it is in the Giants in-game mod hub if you want to check it out. This is something else I would love to see on our farm. 82 Studios, zero turn mowit. I think that'd be pretty sweet to have eventually. We've got grass all over the place that we could use that on, so I think that'd be pretty cool too. But that's all I have for everyone today. I know it probably wasn't the most exciting episode in the world, but you're caught up on what's going on here on Kubota Farm. And leave a comment. Let me know if you think poplar was the world's worst idea or if you're cool with it. I guess it's here to stay for now. I guess we could just kind of wing in and, change it to, I don't know, maybe corn? Should we have corn? Ready to harvest corn? Yeah, there you go. No longer a poplar field. Now it's a cornfield. Well, enough playing around. Thanks, everyone. I do appreciate you stopping by. I will hope to have a Kubota Farm episode Thursday morning. I apologize in advance if I don't get to it. There will be a old family farm episode though Thursday night, and we'll go from there. But thanks everyone for checking out my video again. I really do appreciate all the kindness you share. Take care of yourselves. Make sure and take care of each other, and I will see you again real soon.